Have you ever noticed that people are sometimes frightened by the behavior of Sigma males? Unlike alpha or beta males, Sigma males are a lesser-known species that act on their own terms, and the source of their behavior is unknown. In this video, I will explain 8 behaviors exhibited by Sigma males that may seem frightening or unpredictable to some people. Number 1. Sigma men always part ways with people they dislike. They have no trouble ending friendships or romantic relationships and cutting all ties once things turn sour. Instead of trying to salvage a relationship that has lost its foundation, Sigma men prefer to move on. If a Sigma man ever becomes angry enough, he will not open up to that person again. These men are very disciplined and determined. If they detect abuse in a relationship, they won't forgive it. Some may think their reaction is extreme, but cutting off relationships is essential for their freedom. Many people remain in abusive or exploitative relationships because they're too scared to move on or to say no. It doesn't matter who's involved, Sigma males are prepared to move on when certain boundaries are crossed. No one is too significant to be cut off from a Sigma male's life. Respect, honesty, and commitment are the basis of every relationship. Those who breach a Sigma male's trust will never be able to communicate with him again. Number 2. They know no boundaries when it comes to honesty. Honesty is difficult for most people because they don't want to be embarrassed when they do something wrong, so they always wear a mask and are afraid to tell the truth. This means that people usually get away with their wrong behavior and never correct themselves. Sigma men, however, never accept this. They speak up without holding back their words. This is a very disturbing behavior for wannabes and people who have not added value to themselves. Sigma men can be expected to express themselves without restriction and without embellishing the truth, without judging, because the truth hurts and shows people for what they really are. Sigma men are not reactive when they are angry, they are tactical and try to create maximum impact. This can make them dangerous, but if you really think about it, their behavior can help you find your true personality. Number 3. Sigma men are not afraid of the unknown future. This is a trait that can be quite disturbing to others, as most people are extremely fearful as an instinct that they do not understand or cannot predict, and this leads to anxiety. But the lone wolf cherishes his freedom and is driven by an incredible sense of curiosity, so he approaches the unknown with excitement, not fear. To them, the unknown future is a mystery to be solved. This innate thirst for understanding removes any fear or anxiety he may have. This bold approach to life may surprise and shock others. People around them may even fear them and label them as crazy. While many people retreat in the face of uncertainty, the Sigma man steps forward, ready to explore and take risks. We can use Steve Jobs as an example of these people. Number 4. Sigma men are good judges of character. They do not rely on superficial cues, but rather observe and interpret subtle signs of manipulation. Sigma men possess a remarkable ability to perceive the desires and behavior of others with ease. Nevertheless, this gift can intimidate people and create an aversion towards Sigma men. Their astute skills enable them to comprehend what motivates people and assess their true intentions. They can anticipate how individuals will behave in specific situations by constructing a mental description of their personality after engaging in conversation with them. This valuable skill is particularly useful when undertaking significant endeavors or interacting with others. A Sigma male can avoid the traps of deception and never allow themselves to be exploited by another, which is a characteristic that adds considerable value to their identity. Number 5. Sigma individuals possess vast knowledge. They have an insatiable curiosity that drives them to acquire new information consistently. It is a common misconception that these individuals work hard to acquire this knowledge. On the contrary, they prefer to work intelligently and have an analytical approach to any subject they immerse themselves in. On the contrary, they prefer to work intelligently and have an analytical approach to any subject they immerse themselves in. This innate quality of theirs enables them to exhibit an inquisitive nature, which aids in the constant accumulation of knowledge. They do not approach information superficially. If a subject greatly interests them, they will pursue it to the end. As individuals usually learn what is presented to them, this skill of Sigmas may lead others to believe that Sigmas possess an all-encompassing knowledge. The ability to find the most efficient method for learning can be unsettling for those around them. Moreover, others might find this trait intimidating as they do not understand the motivations of Sigma males. It is akin to observing an individual effortlessly solving a complicated mathematical problem, while others find it difficult to comprehend. Number 6. You cannot manipulate Sigma men. As we have discussed earlier, how Sigma men can quickly comprehend one another, let us now explore if you can comprehend them. Sigma men have an enigmatic and at times intimidating behavior, akin to a wall or maze. What catches many off guard, and to some extent alarms them, is their clandestine personal lives. Sigma men hold their privacy in high regard and consider it a valuable gift that should not be disregarded. They reveal their true selves to people whom they genuinely comprehend and who pose no threat to them. Objective evaluations are mostly excluded from the understanding of the Sigma, making it arduous for others to fathom what precisely tempts them with such anonymity. This enigma is what makes them alluring and admired by others, particularly women who are intrigued by their behavior. Number 7. Sigma males exact vengeance when you least expect it. Therefore, Sigma males do not try to seek revenge obviously and immediately. Therefore, Sigma males do not try to seek revenge obviously and immediately. However, if you understand the Sigma personality, their desire is to form good friendships and not be deceived. Therefore, Sigma males do not try to seek revenge obviously and immediately. They do not appreciate people who think they will benefit from their mistakes. Sigma males observe patiently, and you may find yourself in a very embarrassing situation unexpectedly. It is always advisable to be honest and sincere towards these individuals. Number 8. They establish limits and acknowledge their own value. Some people, including Sigma men, have a unique way of dealing with situations where they feel offended or disrespected. Instead of reacting impulsively, they choose to set clearer boundaries. This might seem a bit strict to some, but it's rooted in a thoughtful approach. Think of it this way: Sigma men really value their self-respect. They understand that their emotional well-being and dignity are incredibly important. So when they draw those firm boundaries after being offended, they're essentially saying, hey, I deserve to be treated with respect, and I won't settle for less. For example, imagine a Sigma guy who's at work and his colleagues keep making jokes at his expense. Instead of just laughing it off, he kindly but firmly lets them know that he's not okay with those jokes. By doing this, he's safeguarding his self-esteem and values. It's not about causing conflict, it's about standing up for what he believes in and maintaining his self-worth. Sigma men are all about staying true to themselves. They won't compromise their principles just to keep the peace in the moment. They recognize that it's their responsibility to protect their mental and emotional well-being. So, when they establish these clear boundaries, they create a safe, positive space where they can continue to grow and flourish. Imagine a Sigma guy prioritizing his mental health. If he realizes that a social circle he's in is becoming toxic or harmful to his well-being, he won't hesitate to distance himself from that environment. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-care. By doing this, he ensures that he remains in a place where he can thrive and be the best version of himself. If you agree with the perspectives and insights presented in this video, kindly leave a comment below. Your engagement and feedback are highly valued as they contribute to the discourse. For those keen on exploring the fascinating concept of Sigma males further, please peruse our extensive range of videos on this channel. Our goal is to furnish you with enriching content that can spur self-awareness and personal development. Thank you for watching this video. We believe in pursuing excellence, and your support motivates us to provide insightful content. If you share our commitment to achieving greatness, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you will stay updated with our latest content designed to empower you on your own path to achieve brilliance.